Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your man, the Grass Ninja. Welcome to the channel. Boruto chapter 78. Oh man, this chapter was fire, bro. Holy smokes, bro. Sorry if I destroyed your headphones, but Boruto chapter 78, the cover page featuring Naruto. We already talked about this in the spoiler video. The title, Super Idiot, more so referring to Kawaki. It doesn't have anything to do with Naruto, but Naruto with the blue coloration and the empty void behind him and stuff kind of feels like they're talking about how he's frozen in time right now due to Kawaki's actions, right? So we're going to talk about everything in this chapter, but before we jump into it, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the noti bell. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Holy smokes, bro. This is crazy. So chapter starts off with Shikamaru on the first page. We're checking on the sensory unit as they hypothesize that Kawaki must have transported Naruto and Hinata somewhere else since their chakras have vanished. And seconds before their chakras vanished, they detected Kawaki's chakra in this location. So Kawaki's chakra was detectable when he used the Daikokuten space-time ninjutsu capture, and the sensory ninja were like, yeah, it was active for like a second. So when he's utilizing jutsu, it does activate some sort of chakra that they can sense. So my whole interpretation on Shinjutsu kind of has to get reworked or whatever. It does require chakra, but it doesn't require you to mold or concentrate or learn how to control the chakra. You kind of just get blessed with, like, I think it's due to the true essence, honestly, but like the Shinjutsu that Kawaki has access to, he doesn't need to use hand signs or worry about chakra control because he just has Ishiki's divine experience, and he has a divine understanding of how those Shinjutsu work. It's probably as simple as that. This also gets exploited a little bit later in the chapter, so let's keep going. So yeah, the sensory unit hypothesized that Kawaki captured Naruto and Hinata. They could track his chakra there, only for a moment, right before theirs vanished. Now, Himawari walks over, and she kind of overhears the sensory ninja relaying all this information to Shikamaru, and she's shocked, right? And that's kind of all we get out of Himawari for this chapter. So there was no Himawari pulls up on Kawaki and folds him and passes out. Like, that doesn't happen. Himawari just kind of shows up, and she's like, Mom and Dad, what's going on? And she overhears the sensory ninja talking to Shikamaru. Now, Shikamaru needs Ida to confirm their findings with her Senrigan, which is found to be true. Now, this is actually interesting here because we discover that Ida has limitations to the Senrigan, right? Ida has no clue where Kawaki is since he's not physically visible. So the Senrigan cannot track people who cannot be seen. So if you had some sort of invisibility cloak jutsu like that one filler boy who was stalking Sumire or whatever, or like if you're like Kawaki and you can shrink down to the point where you're invisible to the naked eye or whatever, you're microscopic, she couldn't track you. You know what I'm saying? So Ant-Man is able to hide from the Senrigan, you know what I'm saying? So literally, as long as you could mask your physical visibility, you're good. So if you can make yourself invisible, or like the Limbo clones or whatever, like stuff like that, the Senrigan seems to not be able to see, alright? Now, this is interesting, right? So Boruto leaps into action. We get a great representation of the Senrigan clairvoyance ability when Ida's like reviewing Naruto and Kawaki's conversation. So like the paneling here looks super awesome. We get a glimpse of the Senrigan, and then we're like behind Ida's head, she's looking at Kawaki, and then we're behind her shoulder and everything watching, and it's literally just like she was sitting in the room behind Naruto and Kawaki as they had this private conversation, right? Now, this is insane because she can see and hear everything, and as she's reviewing the conversation, right, she kind of spills the beans, exposing that Kawaki has attempted to kill Boruto before, and this triggers Sarada, since at the time she was still under the impression that Code was the one who took down Boruto. So this is new information for Sarada, right? Now, Shikamaru, I feel like this was really important. I'm glad they did this in the chapter. Shikamaru fills in Sarada on what happened, and he provides the complete context to the story, especially the part where Boruto actually agreed to all this happening, and this was a plan that Boruto and Kawaki worked on together to allow Kawaki to kill Boruto in order to take out Momoshiki. So this was the boys' like rogue plan or whatever to like save the village from the threat of Momoshiki and stuff. So Sarada doesn't go in chasing after Boruto like bloodlusted after Kawaki because he harmed Boruto. She's mainly like, I didn't even know Boruto was in danger, right? And I just can't sit idly by. So we get a couple of cool shots of like Sarada. She's explaining that like she can't sit still, you know, she knows her friends are in danger. She eventually leaves to go chase after Boruto. Now, Shikamaru and Sumire, they're kind of insisting that she stays put. They're like, it's too dangerous, you need to stay on mission. And Ida's just watching, you know? Now, would Sarada have stayed in the room if Ida told her to, right? This is like a hypothetical, because we know Sarada leaves, right? But like, if Ida had opened her mouth and was like, no, Sarada, I want you to stay and keep me company, right? Would Sarada have stayed, right, in order to like not blow her cover, or do you think Sarada would have messed this up and ran off because of her like her blood boiling and her instincts and everything, which could have tipped off Ida, right? Because the fact that they show her like this, it means one of two things for me. Either Ida's like, hey, why aren't you more interested in me right now? You know, maybe you're not actually charmed by me. Or she's viewing Sarada as like, wow, she really does have some strong feelings for Boruto. Like, maybe this is what, like, a romantic love is supposed to be like, because she doesn't have that experience. So it's one of two things, right? Now, I really think that would be interesting. Like, would Sarada have stayed if Ida told her to stay as to not blow her cover? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. Now, look, Boruto and Kawaki's face-off is insane, right? So we catch up with Boruto. He's about to get captured by another space-time rift, and Boruto just counters it with the Karma Seal, right? And Kawaki's like, of course it would have been easy if I could just seal you away, but that's obviously not going to happen, right? So Boruto and Kawaki face off on the plateau of the Hokage monument. So that flat plane that's above the Hokage's heads and stuff, they're standing on that, they're facing off, they're literally talking to each other. Now this is looking a lot like the shots from the flash forward scene, bro. When we jump into chapter 1, they're standing on the sides of Naruto's face instead of the top of it or whatever. But they're literally right underneath Naruto's head, and they're about to fight, bro. So this is feeling like the flash forward scene, except this is part 1. Instead of Valley of the End, this is Valley of the End part 1 for them, bro. And it's in the village. So this is pretty cool. Now, Naruto and Hinata are confirmed trapped in the Daikokuten. So Kawaki was able to use Daikokuten, which is a Shinjutsu that allows access to a dimension where time is frozen. So Lord 7th, Hinata, they're all in there. They're basically fine, right? Don't worry, because they won't age a day. They won't starve to death. Nothing will change about them. I find this to be super interesting, right? Because for one, time is frozen, and like, I'm a physics nerd or whatever, and I know space and time are like entangled. They're like intertwined, they're interwoven, they're one thing. That's why it's called space-time ninjutsu, right? So if time is frozen, right, the last scene we saw of Naruto was him reaching out to Kawaki. So like, if Naruto gets freed from the Daikokuten dimension, right, he's not going to get older, nothing about him is going to change. So do you think he'll also just be popped out of that dimension, still reaching out for Kawaki, wondering like where he is, like what happened, how much time has elapsed? Because if this is setting up the time skip, which it really does look like, when Kawaki's like, look, I'll send you to where I sent the 7th, and he's been gone in this frozen place, or this place where time is frozen, he's in the Daikokuten for years, Naruto's not aging, and I'm wondering if he has the freedom of movement, right? Is he just stuck there in that one moment in time, not experiencing anything? Or is he allowed to move around with Hinata and stuff? Like, that's what I want to know. Because, like, some people were theorizing they're probably going to be making babies or something in there. I don't even know if they can move, just to due to, like, the idea that time itself is frozen means there can be no change in space. You know what I'm saying? So, sorry, I was going on a tangent with that one, but I think that's crazy, bro. They're trapped in the Daikokuten dimension, and that means Kawaki can send people to Daikokuten and just leave them there. Like, if you don't have a karma to negate whatever he was about to do to Boruto, you're screwed. He's got a GG tactic, bro. And it's like, why didn't Ishiki use this? But anyway, the battle begins between Boruto and Kawaki. Kawaki drops the cubes, Boruto dodges, Boruto blocks one of Kawaki's strikes, and he's like, what's gotten into you, bro? Why are you attacking me, right? And this is where Kawaki's like, it's because you're an Otsutsuki. Why else would I be attacking you? Now, this is insane, because such is the story of Naruto, bro. Until Boruto can actually understand Kawaki's ideology, he won't be able to pick apart the flaws within it. You know what I'm saying? So until he actually understands and lives that life and can see where Kawaki's coming from, and he can poke the holes in the path he's following and being like, look, you want to protect Konoha because from Momoshiki or whatever, the real threat are the Otsutsuki, and you've rationalized that killing them all is the best solution. Nobody around him has any real solution to this problem. So until someone finds another way to figure out how to save Boruto and like kill all the Otsutsuki and stop the Otsutsuki threat, until we have some other way to do it, Kawaki's taking it into his own hands, right? Now, ultimately, until Boruto understands this and can figure out some sort of flaw within that ideology, he will always fall against Kawaki. Such is the story of Naruto. That's the shortcoming. Until he understands and can beat that ideology. It's not combating Kawaki fist to fist with strength to strength or whatever. It's not about overpowering him. It's like Kawaki's ideology is what's powerful. And until they can beat that, they're not going to beat Kawaki, right? Now, this is interesting because the boys fight. Boruto gets a little bit serious, you know. He like uses a Rasengan. He activates Karma. He's looking badass. Sarada jumps in, right? Now, before Sarada jumps in and interrupts, we actually get a scene of Amado and Sai. They're basically talking about, like, what's going on. Amado can't believe what Kawaki is doing. And then Sai drops a line where it's like, yeah, if we can't restrain Kawaki or whatever, since he's not cooperating, we might have to resort to extreme measures. What the hell are extreme measures? Like, did they plan this out? Because the coordination and the collaboration that happens later in this chapter, bro, put Kawaki in his place. Like, is that the extreme measures? Or do they have a bunch of strategies in place to taking down Kawaki? Like, what have they actually been doing? You know? So, like I said, Sarada kind of jumps into the fight, right? She launches a fire-style jutsu, which interrupts Kawaki and Boruto. Kind of saved Boruto, low-key, if I'm being real. Because Boruto's on the ground about to get stomped. And then she had to hit that fireball to save him. So, props to Sarada, but at the end of the day, where's the Sharingan, bro? Like, she pops over that cliff, she's like, what's gotten into you? And she gets warned by everybody. Boruto's like, run, he will kill you. Kawaki's like, if you don't want to die, then you're gonna leave, or at least just sit there and watch. You know what I'm saying? Don't butt in. So, she knows that this is serious. Shikamaru is like, Kawaki's on the kill, he's trying to kill Boruto. Boruto's like, yeah, he's trying to kill me, he'll kill you too. Kawaki legit tells her, I will kill you if you interfere. And she's like, well, that's all the more reason to jump in. What kind of shinobi would I be if I'm trying to be Hokage if I didn't jump in? And this is when Kawaki just dominates, bro. Kawaki's presence this chapter was amazing, right? I feel like Kawaki's presence hit me a little bit harder than the Scar, right? But that's probably due to the spoilers and stuff, to be honest. But Kawaki jumps in, right? He basically is like, Hokage, shinobi, you guys really are just destined to die early. Like, living this life, it's worthless, bro. You guys just let me handle it. That's where he's at right now. And then he goes to decapitate Sarada. Like, literally, it's going straight for her face. And Boruto jumps in to save her. And just like Kakashi, my dude gets cut up, loses an eye, jumping in to save an Uchiha that don't got their Sharingan activated, bro. Oh my god, what is wrong with Sarada this whole time, right? So she's like, Boruto saved her, he's leaning over her, his eye is bleeding. She's like, Boruto, oh my god. And then Boruto, this panel of Boruto at the bottom, I'm trying to tell you, this is cold right here. He's like, I'm fine, just run, he ain't messing around. So like, Boruto understands, right? He's been in more life and death battles than Sarada at this point. Sarada needs way more development as a ninja moving forward. And this is what I'm talking about with Kawaki's presence, because she's on the ground still worried about Boruto and stuff. And then Kawaki's like, move aside. Or are you still feeling the need to interfere? Like, do you still want the smoke, bro? Like, I'm giving you a second chance to get out of the way and survive, bro. Give up being a shinobi and let me handle my business. That's basically what he said. And she's just stuck there on her knees. She's sweating. She's nervous, bro. She basically trembling. And if it wasn't for Sasuke, Shikamaru, and Mitsuki right here, I would have loved to see what Sarada would have actually done, bro. Because she still don't got no Sharingan active. She's getting saved by a bunch of dudes, bro. This is Sasuke's daughter, bro. This is his legacy right here. And it's just not looking very good, you know? Like, this is not how I want my Hokage to act, bro. Boruto over here like, ugh, let me not get into it, bro. But this is awesome, right? So we get a lot of new information here. Shikamaru hits Shadow Paralysis, and then Mitsuki binds up Kawaki's arm. Now this is insane, right? So we learned that Shadow Paralysis can stop Sukuna Hakona. So there's got to be some physical trigger, some physical motion that Kawaki has to do in order to activate Sukuna Hakona. And since he's paralyzed via Shadow Paralysis, he can't do it. So Shadow Paralysis is blocking a Shinjutsu right now. Go Shikamaru. And then Mitsuki stops the karmic absorption by literally wrapping up and restraining Kawaki's hand. So he's like, is this like a strength feat for Mitsuki right now? He's physically holding back this dude, right? Now, of course, he is paralyzed and he can't like try to fight it, but at the same time, it's like he's holding down Kawaki's arm, bro. So no karma absorption. Shadow Paralysis is stopping the shrinking. And we got Sasuke jumping in to put the blade to his neck. This looks like it could be extreme measures, but this is what I was talking about. This is so hype because all these ninja are collaborating to take down a stronger foe, right? Teamwork is actually helping the whole jutsu negation problem. So it's like two birds, one stone. We're getting more collaboration, we're getting more teamwork to take down stronger enemies, and on top of that, we're counteracting jutsu negation, bro. Shadow Paralysis literally stops him from shrinking. What? That's insane. So Sasuke puts the blade to this dude's neck, and he's like, look, you try to resist and I will kill you. So this is giving me like Sasuke from Naruto the Last vibes. When Naruto's gone, Sasuke's got to step up to protect the village, right? That's kind of what he said after he like dropped that meteor with Chidori. So Sasuke is here, look, I will end you, okay? Don't get it twisted. And he can't shrink, he can't absorb. So he's literally stuck here. And this is where everything goes crazy, right? Because like Momoshiki wakes up and frees Kawaki. So like this is weird. So Momoshiki interferes, he saves Kawaki. The weird thing is that Boruto's eye just got sliced out, but somehow Momoshiki is able to open it and use the Byakugan, alright? Now, before someone says it's the Jogan or whatever, it's Byakugan, bro. Like, there's no Black Scalara, it's not that, okay? Momoshiki's never used the Jogan in the manga. Now, it's weird that he's able to use his eye after having it, like, sliced out and destroyed like that. I bet you Sasuke's super jealous. But somehow Momoshiki pops up, opens up the messed up eye, tells Kawaki, use this opportunity to leave so you can try to kill me another day. So Momoshiki is in and out for real this chapter. Like he just popped up because it was necessary, and then he just dipped because he was no longer needed. And he's very manipulative too. He's using Kawaki's own motivation against him. He's like, look, these dudes are about to pin you down, they could have took you out, I saved you. You want to kill me, right? Then you should probably get out of here while you still can so you can try to kill me another day. He's like gaslighting Kawaki because he was like, look, man, these guys were about to kill you. You're not as strong as them. You need to get out of here. So, like, what is going on with Momoshiki, bro? In just like 3 seconds, like in 10 seconds of interacting or whatever, saved Kawaki, was like, yeah, bro, let me gaslight you real quick, and then I'm out. So, what the hell, bro? Momoshiki is just that dude right now. So, Boruto, like, comes back into consciousness, obviously, and he lets Sarada know that, like, his injuries aren't her fault or anything, and it was the blockhead super idiot Kawaki which is to blame. So the title is referring to Kawaki and his actions throughout this chapter, and Momoshiki can kind of just take over Boruto whenever it's convenient. That's something new, right? So as Boruto's talking about how it's Kawaki's fault and everything, we get a shot of Mitsuki looking super serious and everything. And we know from the future sight that Boruto got access to, Mitsuki's out there in Sage mode and everybody's hunting down for what looks like Kawaki, and Kawaki's on the run. We also learned from Shikamaru that, like, look, He's been using Sukuna Hakona a lot today. He's probably low on chakra. We just need to chase him down and catch him when he's low on chakra, and that'll be the moment we strike, bro. So they're going up against a fatigued Kawaki, right? Sage mode Mitsuki against a fatigued Kawaki. This battle could probably go either way. Like, we just saw base Mitsuki restraining Kawaki, bro. This was like a physical feat. Like, you know, of course Shikamaru was helping as well, but Shikamaru and Mitsuki together were physically binding Kawaki, bro. So that's insane. That's insane. So Mitsuki's looking serious. Momoshiki tells Boruto that the end has already begun and that it can no longer be stopped. So, like, the future is set in stone now, which makes it sound like it wasn't before. So the future is malleable, right? We've got a bunch of people who can either manipulate or take advantage of time in some weird shape or form now in Boruto. Ida's got the Senrigan. She can peer into the past. We find out that's a dojutsu originating from our boy Shibai Otsutsuki, which means him, with his millennia-long lifespan, can basically look at any moment in the past ever, throughout all of history, see everything, right? Then we've got Kawaki, who's able to freeze people in time. He's sending them to Daikokuten, and they're probably frozen in that present moment until he frees them there. They don't age, they don't starve, they don't change. So it's possible when Naruto gets freed, he's still going to be reaching out, finishing his sentence to Kawaki. Like, you know, so that's actually kind of wild. And then we have Boruto and Momoshiki, who are looking into the future, right? So the future's not always set, and whatever happened now has solidified Momoshiki's prophecy. He's saying it can no longer be stopped. The end has already begun. So they're kind of playing with the idea of free will and like the freedom of choice and like predestination in your destiny right now. So Boruto's moving forward in a very interesting way. The Otsutsuki, I know they're problematic, but I'm rocking with it right now. Momoshiki out here talking about, yeah, dude, intimate knowledge of Shinjutsu. The future is now set. Like, this dude is a prophet. What? Boruto's a prophet now? This is insane. Let me know what you guys are thinking on the chapter, right? Because the chapter ends there. There's not much else. I'm probably going to skip the spoilers for the next chapter just because of how much I'm anticipating it'll be, because like Mitsuki's looking serious, Boruto's got the scar, Kawaki's on the run, we have visions of the future, so we already know Team 10, a bunch of shinobi, Sarada, Mitsuki in Sage mode, Kawaki, this is crazy, bro. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check me out on Twitch, bro, linked in the description and in the pinned comment. I've been your man's Grass Ninja, signing off. Peace.